Hi guys, instead of calling for calm and demanding that his thuggish fans go home, Nigel Farage is instead attacking the police. Now, he called for our police commissioner and the head of Essex Police to resign over what he described as the bussing in of protesters, Antifa protesters, to the protest taking place at the Bell Hotel in Epping. Have a listen to this.
Have a look at this video.
If these are locals, why are they getting in a police car? Where time's the next bus? You wait 15 minutes for a bus and then 3 come all along at once. Look, they're all cramming in.
This shows stand up to racism, as they're called, with Antifa, a violent, thuggish group, arriving at the train station and literally, by Essex Police, being bussed to the Bell Hotel.
This is exactly like the clip that Nigel Farage and Reform UK edited when it came to Anas Anwar, the leader of the Labour Party in Scotland. Remember where Farage said, oh, this guy is on the side of Pakistanis ahead of British people. And he's doing exactly the same thing again. He's saying that the police bussed people to a protest. Now, let's have a look at the video clip once again. And you tell me if this is people being brought to a protest or people being removed from a protest.
Have a look at this video.
If these are locals, why are they getting in a police car? Where time's the next bus? You wait 15 minutes for a bus and then 3 come all along at once.
You notice that the person commentating here is obviously at the protest. He's seeing the people being put on. So does it make sense to anyone that there would be people on the side of Nigel Farage at a train station? I don't see any trains there, but Farage says that they were at the train station. Does it make sense that they would be at the train station watching people being loaded onto a police van? It's not a bus, it's a police van. Does that make any sense to anyone? Or would it make more sense that when the protest was over and individuals who were at this protest against the Farage lot felt intimidated and they told the police, we don't feel safe leaving on our own, the police offered them a safe escort out? Does that make more sense? Or does it make more sense that they were bussed in for some reason?
Look, they're all cramming in.
This shows stand up to racism, as they're called, with Antifa, a violent, thuggish group, arriving at the train station and literally, by Essex Police, being bussed to the Bell Hotel.
I hope that the Essex Police look at this footage and determine whether I'm right or that Nigel Farage is right.
These were the people that caused the disturbances. These were the people that caused the riots. Essex Police caused the disturbances.
Essex Police caused the disturbances. So it was Essex Police's fault that thugs smashed their vans, intimidated their police officers. It was their fault. What Farage is trying to present as a narrative is there wouldn't have been any riots if the police hadn't bussed in these people. That's what he's trying to suggest. Now, did some people arrive with an escort from the police? Yes. They had every right to be at that protest. Everyone has a right to turn up to a protest. They don't have the right to cause disruption. They don't have the right to attack the police and police vehicles. And if there is a counter-protest, the police have a responsibility to keep both sides separate. And they have a responsibility to make sure that if people are leaving, that they are not getting involved in fights or in some sort of altercation. But Farage wants you to believe that it's the police's fault that these counter-protesters arrived and it's them that caused the rioting. Even though we have seen the footage of people smashing up the police vans who had nothing to do with the counter-protest.
What on earth were Essex Police thinking? Is it that they just hate so much ordinary residents determined to stand up for their own rights?
My goodness. You know, like, he's really reached the bottom of the barrel here. He's trying to drive a wedge between the police and the community. I keep saying the police should be working closer with the community to deal with crime and to help prevent crime. What is Farage doing? He's trying to take advantage of the situation and drive a wedge between the police and the community. How does anyone benefit apart from Nigel Farage from this? How does the community benefit from having less trust in the police? How does the police benefit from being afraid or being concerned about having a relationship with the community? What an absolute charlatan this guy is.
I don't know the answer to that question. What I do know is what Essex Police have done here is absolutely disgraceful. One of the most extraordinary acts I've seen from the police force in my lifetime. And for bussing Antifa, oh, and by the way, many of them masked protesters, for doing this, heads must roll. There is no way the Chief Constable or the Police and Crime Commissioner in Essex can stay in their posts. This is a disgrace.
There is only one disgrace, and it is you, attempting to take advantage of this situation. Instead of calling for calm, instead of demanding that the fans of yours go home, they shouldn't be attacking the police. If they want to have a peaceful protest, that's fine. But you don't get to suggest that no one else should be allowed to protest, that the police should not separate the two groups, and that the police should not make sure that people who are leaving the protest are able to do so safely. He's an absolute charlatan, and what he's doing, he sees there's an opportunity for reform to light the match under this powder keg. And he doesn't care. As we saw last year, he doesn't care about the consequences because he's able to benefit from them. Let me know in the comment section, guys, what you think, and I'll see you in the next video.